I'm Lisa Talbot, and I'm flying solo today because we've had a few guests on, haven't we? But it's all me today. And I kind of sat there and I thought, the weather is starting to warm up. It's not, fingers crossed, as wet as it has been. So we are starting to almost go out in some occasions without our coats and our jackets, but we still need something. So as I've been around the shops an awful lot, the bomber jacket is huge this season. The bomber jacket is around. So, what I thought I would cover today is 5 ways that you can wear the bomber jacket because it is such a lovely jacket, but sometimes it lends itself to that kind of casual look. So, I thought today I'm going to give you 5 ways to wear the bomber jacket. But what I wanted to cover to start with was all about its origin because I'm wondering if anyone like me has got one in their wardrobe that they've had from a couple of few years ago, or whether or not they remember it when in their teens or their early 20s, or that time of year when they needed something and they had it in their wardrobe, and they're now sitting there thinking, I wish I'd kept it. So that might be you. But it's really interesting, isn't it? It has done a kind of a 360. The bomber jacket that I have in my wardrobe is actually one from Topshop that I have had, trying to think now, I've got to have had it a good 10, 12 years. It doesn't look any different. It's navy. It's absolutely so easy to throw with so many different things. So what I'm going to do is give you some outfit ideas on, how you can wear it if you want to go to work. So very effortless. How you can wear it for a weekend look. If you're thinking, could I maybe elevate it for evening wear? We'll cover that. How you can wear it with athleisure wear because it's huge this season. And I know if you're a gym person, you might wear your leisure wear more often than not, but you can wear it with the bomber jacket. And sometimes as well, how we can wear it in a bold and trendy way. But I want to start by saying, do you remember or do you know the origin of it? Because I love sometimes to know the history of a garment. And the bomber jacket was originally designed for pilots in the military. So World War One, World War Two, because it was easy to wear, it was lightweight, and it still gave the kind of uniform of the military that kind of very sleek look. So what it did, it just evolved. It evolved into what they called civilian fashion, from the kind of military style to that kind of subcultures. And if you remember the punk, the hip hop, the kind of street style. So it's kind of done its time. It's come through, but it originated from for pilots in the military. And it's really lovely to see now how designers have modernized that one garment to take it into today's fashion. Now, you might be seeing them throughout all the stores, whether it's high street stores such as M&S, H&M, Next, or you're seeing them kind of middle end, which is your All Saints are doing them. You've also got other brands such as And Other Stories, Arquette, Marge, Sandro, high end are doing them, the Pradas, etc., the Burberrys. So definitely it's a garment that you can have in your wardrobe. But I don't want you to sit there and think, oh, yeah, but it's really hard to wear because it's just casual. So let's pare it back. And I teased you a little bit earlier on, didn't I, with some of the looks that you could use. So let's start it off with a work look, because if you're a lady that goes to work on the train, or you're walking, or you might go in the car, park your car, and then walk to the office, or a retail unit, whatever industry you work in, it's really an easy jacket to make your work look very effortless. So let's have a think what you could do with it. So have think of a lovely crisp white blouse. Now, the crisp white blouse you could have in a cotton. I don't know if you've seen the M&S one. I covered it last year, actually. They've done it again this year. They've done their white blouse with the additional button inside the other button. So if you're slightly bigger busted, it holds down the buttons really beautifully. You don't get any kind of popping or any gaping. So have a think about that. But crisp white blouse, maybe pop it with something like a tailored trouser. You might have it with a straight cut. You might love the wide leg trousers this season because they're still around. Pop it with something like that. The bombers are in all different colours, from the khakis to the navies to the blacks. We're seeing them in the kind of powder pinks. They are in all different tones. So think of how you can create that structured formal look with the trousers and the blouse or the shirt, depending on what you prefer, because you could also go for a silk shirt if you wanted to, and pair it then with a bit more of a structured bomber. Don't go too oversized, make sure it's one that fits, and you'll create that lovely look. If you want to, you might go for a trainer, and again, it could be white this season, it might be coloured, there's lots of coloured ones. You might like I don't know, something like an Adidas Gazelle because it's colourful, but try and think like that. Again, these looks are depending on what you do for a role. If you want to make it a little bit more formal, then go for the tailored trouser, crisp white blouse, and maybe think of adding in a loafer and do it for that. If you want to keep it really sleek, then maybe think of doing neutral tones. So like black, navy, camel this season, they are all around. So again, depending on your look for work, think about how you can add it in. It will make things slightly less formal, but use it that way and use the other garments to create that formality. But again, don't go too big with it. Keep it nice and structured. The second one, which I think is going to be so easy, is the weekend casual. Now, weekend casual, we know we might be going shopping, we might be ferrying the kids around, you might be going to meet family for coffee, anything like that. So the casual side of it is really, really easy. I would say maybe think of a flare jean or a straight jean. Maybe something like I've got on today, which is a Breton stripe top, because stripes are everywhere this season, and they're navy stripe, red and white stripe, black and white stripe, black and cream. They are all over the place, from high-end designers to the middle of the road, right down to the high street. So that's a really easy look. You can go for a bomber jacket, a jean, choose your leg style that you prefer, flare, straight leg. The skinnies are coming back. You are seeing a lot of the skinnies as well. Pop it with a Breton stripe top. Some of the good ones as well, somewhere like Breton, they do really, really nice ones, and they're a little bit different. And pop it with a pair of trainers. Your trainers could be to suit your personality, so you might go for animal print, you might go for silver, or you might choose to stick with the ankle boots at the moment still, because the weather hasn't quite given us the warmth, has it, in some ways? So think about it like that. Again, the bomber jacket is coming in different weights. So think of a lightweight bomber for maybe the spring, or because it's coming that way. Or if you're a lady that feels the cold, then maybe go for slightly heavier in the fabric, maybe something like a quilted one for the days that you know it's going to be a bit cooler. And again, depending on, if you feel the heat, if you feel the cold, just think about the fabrics that you use for that bomber jacket. Here's an interesting one. How do we elevate the bomber jacket for evening wear? And I love this one because some of the bombers are quite edgy, they're quite quilted, they're quite strong. But what you're also seeing is the satin bombers. So they're slightly more lightweight. People like Mint Velvet have got these. So layer it. Layer a silk or a satin bomber maybe with a beautiful slip dress, because we're seeing those again in the high street, and a pair of heels. And it's really easy to do. You can use the bomber jacket a bit like a cardigan, but think of how the fabric elevates that beautiful look. Just because if it's silk or it's satin, it's slightly more luxurious. If you want to add a touch of glam, think metallic or maybe an embellished bomber. I have to say, I was in London a couple of weeks ago, and I can still remember this lady who was obviously on a half term. She was shopping with her son, and her bomber jacket was completely jeweled, and it caught my eye, and it was like, wow, it looked amazing. She had it with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, looked fantastic. So think about, if you want to elevate your evening wear, but you want to wear a bomber jacket, change the fabric, go for silk, go for satin, and put it with maybe like a slip dress. If you're not so keen on the slip dress, think of a satin slip skirt. You could add it also to a leather skirt if that's your kind of thing, but definitely use it that way. The one that I think lots of you will find it really easy is wearing it if you've got your gym wear on, or you really like the athleisure trend. The athleisure trend, again, is sat all on its own again this season, from leggings to t-shirts to sweatshirts, everything like that. So think about maybe how you could wear that trend even if you're not in the gym. If you like a legging, right, high-waisted legging, really, really nice. Think of maybe a long sleeve tee or a t-shirt, pop it with some really nice trainers. And again, they don't have to be fashion led, they could be sporty trainers, however you're doing this, and then pop on the bomber jacket. And it's really lovely to do. You could go for, to change things up a little bit, you could go for maybe an oversized bomber if you like it that way, to add slightly different dimensions. Or you could maybe go for a cropped one or waisted to give you real definition of the upper body and the lower body. But it's a really nice way to do it. And I think when we talk about bomber jacket, initially people's thoughts and ladies' thoughts go to that real kind of, the mods and the kind of skinheads and things like that from years ago. Like if you watch Quadrophenia, the film, from years and years and years ago. I'm showing my age now, aren't I? But they all wore bomber jackets. But now the bomber jacket comes in so many different guises. You can really play with it to suit your personality as well. And again, it's lovely. Then what we can do, we can add the bomber jacket as a bold and trendy statement, because we know it's on trend. If you've got that kind of quirky personality and you love things a bit different, then experiment with colours, experiment with printed. There is a few out there now that are floral, some are coming in different fabrics like leathers. There are so many different styles. It's really, really lovely. And think about it, what else is kind of in the stores at the moment? We've got wide leg trousers, we got maxi skirts. Think about how you can use the bomber jacket to create a kind of a bit of an unexpected twist. They're really, really lovely to do. So I think that's what I wanted to get across today, is the fact that there are so many different styles of bomber jacket. I love the fact of where it came from. And sometimes it's lovely to know, isn't it, about the heritage of our garments and how they've evolved from what they originally were for to how designers have flipped them, etc. But then also working out how you can wear them. So think of the bomber as a jacket, but think of it for an effortless work look, go for a little bit more structure. And for the garments you put with it, maybe a little bit more formality. If you want to wear it casually, think jeans, think striped tops, think t-shirts, maybe over a sweatshirt, something like that. You could go lightweight for spring, a bit more heavier if you want to go for quilted. Taking it into evening, think about how you use different fabrics, the satins, the silks. Think about maybe popping it with a slip dress. And if you want to go a little bit more extrovert, go metallic or embellished. Lots and lots to wear with your athleisure wear, or leggings if you really love them. It could be a really good way of you staying with your leggings if they're comfortable, maybe thinking about a sweatshirt that goes with it. Lots and lots. And if you want to, go for something bold and trendy. Now, I know that might not be for all of you, but if you like that kind of thing, use the jacket to really allow your personality to come through. I would love you to try it. If you try it, just tag me in your outfits if you put them anywhere on your socials or whatever. I would love, love, love to see it. And obviously, please, I would always love you to follow the podcast, because it's full of styling tips. And there is so much coming up. I just want to be able to give you certain ways that you can wear it, that you can enjoy things. Please, if you're interested as well, the Midlife Style Retreat, the tickets are going so fast. And it's just going to be the most amazing day on the 8th of May. But I really, really hope that gave you lots and lots of information about the bomber jacket, and have a go, see what you think of it. And I will catch up with you all next week. See you later. Bye bye.